Today I am making Bahamian Johnny bread. Now the ingredients you'll need is softened butter, but not too softened, a pinch of salt, one tablespoon of baking powder, a splash of milk, and 1/2 cup of sugar. And I've already put in 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and 3 whole cups of flour in the mixing bowl. Now the next thing we're gonna add is our sugar. And you want to have a sprayed pan. And then you just pour in your sugar. Then you pour in your baking powder. Then your softened butter. Whoops, I gotta use the spatula to get it out a little bit. And then you're gonna add a pinch of salt. Then you're gonna give it a little mix before we add our milk.
Pretty big mix because when you add your milk, it's gonna get a little bit wet, so you want to make sure all of it's white.
We actually need a whole cup of milk, but you don't want to add too much at a time, but you need to add pretty big, but not too big. So that, and
it smells so good. So I'm gonna mix all the batter together. And we are getting real close to the kneading because in a minute we're gonna start kneading and then we're gonna put it in the oven.
okay, so once you get your dough, and you don't want to get it too mixed, you're gonna prepare your work surface. So just put some flour on where you're on your countertop or whatever you're doing it on. And I like to get it out with my hands because it doesn't really work with a spatula if it's flimsy spatula. So you want to get all your dough out, and I have a bunch of dough. And you just want to knead it until it's like you want it. But if you add too much of flour, it will become tough. So that's why, and you gotta knead your dough until, and you're gonna know when it's necessary to add it because it will stick to your hands, and that's how you know it's gonna be like that. So it's starting to form a little bit. And when it forms, you'll know it will be a soft, nice dough, and it will be perfect. That's how you know you have a good dough. And you just gotta knead it until you have a good consistency. And you gotta knead it real tough. And only add flour when it is necessary, as I told you. Because if you add way too much, it will turn rough and tough, and it will just be a hot mess. So you do not want that. Okay, so I've been kneading, and I got my pan that is greased. And I'm using the end of my palm to make this into shape where it will fit in the pan, and then I'm just using the end of my palm to make it fit in the pan. Then you just want to put it in the pan, and then you want to push it up against the sides, and in a second, when I'm done pushing it up against the sides with both hands, I will show you what it should look like. Okay, so this is what it should look like when you are done. And I pushed it down against the sides like that. And I already have my oven preheated to 350. Now, I'm gonna put